Alright guys, welcome back. It's Terrence on High on Hoops. It's been a little minute. I've been getting everything together with school and trying to get, my internship together and just working on myself, take some time. School's been really good. We just started our TV production last week actually, so school's going really well. But this segment is about a very hot topic that's going on in the NBA right now, and I'm sure everybody has their own thoughts and feelings about it, of course. But I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets today. So I want to start on Kyrie Irving. I posted this last night on my Instagram. I think he needs to be traded immediately. Not only because he's toxic to teams, and it seems like he just kind of blows up every team that he goes to, but he doesn't make anybody better. Kyrie's out there for one thing, is to get his buckets. And, Kyrie's career is is very complex, honestly. Where he started from to now. Whenever he came into the league, it seemed like he was all about basketball. He loved the game. It was his first priority. Now it just seems like basketball is not prioritized, and it seems like basketball is like a hobby or, a relief from reality, I guess you could say. I feel like he just kind of uses basketball to get away from the real life stuff. Honestly, I feel like his heart is not in basketball anymore. And my issue that I have with Kyrie Irving is, and not obviously y'all know I'm a huge KD fan, but not only if it was KD, anybody, I would have these same feelings about him. You go and recruit Kevin Durant to come to Brooklyn 2 years ago, right? KD didn't come to you. You go to KD, recruit him. Y'all go to Brooklyn, sign 2 max contracts. You getting paid $33 a year. KD getting paid $39 a year. This is KD. KD had an injury that would taint a lot of people's careers. Most people don't come back the same from an Achilles injury. A lot of people sometimes don't even have a chance to play again after an Achilles injury. Just a little insight. Kevin Durant, right now, coming off of an Achilles injury, shooting 46.6% from the three-pointer. Best of his career. I know it's only like 13, 14 games in, but coming off of an Achilles injury, he's shooting 53.4% from the field. That's an extremely high clip from any area on the floor. He's averaging 6 assists per game. Now, I know that's not LeBron assists, that's not, Chris Paul, whatever, Jokic, but this is his career high in assists as well this year. Also, he's averaging 31.3 points per game, which is also a career high. So the reason why I felt the need to tell y'all that is because Kyrie, if you want to hoop, we don't need 30 points a night from you. That's not what we need. We need 20 to 25 and 10 assists. And we need like 2 steals. We need you to average at least 2 steals a game. James Harden knows what it takes to get there. He's been to the finals before, but he's never won, obviously. A lot of people create these narratives about James Harden. Now he does shoot a lot. James Harden takes a lot of shots. But you got to think about the environment he was in, the teammates that he's had. He's had great teammates, but he hasn't had any teammates that's going to take him to a championship. In Houston, at least. Also, James Harden has led the league in assists before. He has an assist title. So I don't consider James Harden a selfish basketball player. I think James Harden can go out there and get 10. I think he can average 10 assists a game easily. On another note, that's what Kyrie Irving has to do. Kyrie has to look at what's around him and tell himself, I don't need to come out here. His first 2 games back, 38 points, back-to-back games. But 2 L's to Cleveland. That's an issue. We're not losing to the Lakers. We're not losing to the Clippers. We're not losing to Milwaukee. We losing to Cleveland. That's a huge issue. And that's why I think Kyrie needs to go, because I love the James Harden pickup. But I think I would be a lot more in love with it if it was only KD and James, because I feel like their games complement each other. James Harden is willing to play the point guard. He's willing to facilitate. I don't think Kyrie Irving is. I just don't know. Now, whenever the trade first happened, I was very high on it. You know, I was like, let's go, let's go. Then I started to think, I was like, they got rid of Jared Allen. Got rid of Karis LeVert. Jared Allen's a rim protector. We all know that. Crazy defense. We needed him. Karis LeVert, he's not an elite defender, but he's a wing. We need wings. He will get out on the wing and defend. Taurean Prince, another wing defender that we let go in that trade. We needed him. So our depth is not there, and our defense definitely is not there. And whenever the trade first happened, I was like, yeah, it's about to be a whole lot of buckets being scored, blah, blah, blah. You know. But then I started to think, I was like, but James Harden doesn't play defense, and Kyrie Irving doesn't play defense. KD plays defense, but he's not defensive player of the year or like all defensive team, you know what I'm saying? So like, the best defender on that team is probably, DeAndre Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan is getting older now. So what I say needs to be done. What should have been done was just a straightforward trade, James Harden for Kyrie Irving. Send Kyrie to Houston. That's what should have happened. But I get the whole contract thing. They paid him all this money. They signed him a max contract. And I don't think the three is gonna work. And I hate to say that, because of course I want to see KD win the chip, but with the three of them there, I don't see it happening. It's not enough balls on the court. Now, also you have the mental aspect of probably James Harden and Kyrie. I don't think KD is thinking about this too much, but James Harden knows he dribbles the ball a lot, shoots the ball a lot. He's probably like, I need to cut this back, because whenever they played the first game with all three of them, James Harden didn't take a shot until the second quarter. And he didn't even, he only shot 14 shots the entire game. He had a triple-double still, but he's in his head, he's probably like, okay, I'm coming from a team where I can just shoot whenever I want it, but now I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. I need to space it out. Kyrie, he could have the same mindset. I feel like he could be like, I don't want to step on James' toes, you know. KD could fit any offense. He could play off the ball. He could play with ball dominant, you know what I'm saying? He can play in any system. But it's just hard, because like, I thought about it and I was like, well, they could probably outscore any team. But as you can see, that doesn't matter. They put up a high numbers, but it doesn't matter if you're not playing defense, because that team is just gonna match what you're doing. If you're not playing defense, if you're not guarding, who's gonna be missing shots if nobody's playing defense on the other team? So I think Kyrie needs to go. And a little bit more in depth about Kyrie, I just it's like, I don't have anything against your own beliefs. Believe what you want, live life how you want. But when you sign a contract, that includes healthy, you must play. That includes you must talk to the media. That includes you have to be at all practices. You know what I mean? And Kyrie has dodged around all that. It's like he's making it, he wants it to be when he wants it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't prioritize basketball, and that's a problem. And I don't think anybody who doesn't prioritize the game of basketball on the NBA level is the right fit to win a championship. So, and like I said, Kyrie's not making anybody better. He's not out there running sets. He's not out there, trying to uplift his teammates much. You know, I mean, he's a good teammate, I guess, but I don't see Kyrie as that guy. And I'm sure everybody has a different opinion about him. I love Kyrie. I think he's the most skilled point guard the game has ever seen. I love him as a player. I think his talent is through the roof. but his style of play, I don't think is for this team. And I know him and James Harden do have a very similar style of play, but James Harden knows how to get his assists. He knows how to facilitate. He knows how to set up the offense. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same on Kyrie's end. I think Kyrie is trying to figure out if he really loves the game of basketball or not. And it's sad because I feel like in Cleveland, he did. I feel like as soon as he left Cleveland, went to Boston, his love for the game kind of perished. And I don't understand why, because that was his choice to leave LeBron. LeBron wanted him to stay. But yeah, I don't see, if they keep these three together this year, I don't see them winning the championship. I don't know. I don't think they have enough I don't think they have enough grit and, like I said, enough defense to beat the Lakers. If the Lakers were to, probably Lakers are gonna make it to the finals again. If it's the Lakers in Brooklyn, I think it's gonna be ugly because you have nobody to stop LeBron, nobody to stop AD. And I know you can say the same on the other end, but it's gonna be defense being played by the Lakers. It's not gonna be the same on Brooklyn. So it's a mismatch. You know what I'm saying? It's a big liability with that team. I just feel I think Sean Marks, the owner of the Nets, needs to do. I think Sean Marks, Steve Nash, and Mike D'Antoni need to get together and come up with some type of solution because we need depth. We need more players to come off the bench. Joe Harris is great, great shooter. Jeff Green, I mean, you know, solid role player. But we don't have enough to match with the Lakers. Lakers got Trez coming off the bench. They got Dennis Schroeder starting. I mean, like they got Marc Gasol coming off the bench. Wesley Matthews coming off the bench. They got too much. They're too deep for Brooklyn. So I just think there needs to be some changes being made, and that's just my opinion on it, guys. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'm trying to get everything together with school and my internship coming up in March. I'm really excited for that. So y'all stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.